Hi, this is Rob Baird, and you're listening to the Bad Truth Podcast with Mick and Oder.
From the distinguished Yellow Dog Studios in the heart of Wimberley, Texas, you're listening to the Bad Truth Podcast with your hosts, Michael and Adam.
I'm not going to lie, traffic is brutal for people like you.
Dude, we're about before traffic. We haven't put out a podcast in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had some climate... Oh, sorry, can't say that. We've had some storms that had nothing to do with science.
Nope, no science at all.
And, yeah, it cost me money. The gigs that I actually said yes for, you know I say no a lot.
Yeah.
But the gigs I said yes, they got canceled.
Oh, dude, tons of gigs.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have any gigs canceled?
Oh, yeah, we had a Saints Analog gig canceled. They tried to push it through in Anahuac, and finally they were just like, we got volunteers that are out, you know, working, and our parking lot for this thing is gone. So yeah, but we're also doing I know we're signed up. We're going to be doing some benefit stuff in October.
What about benefit for me losing money? I know that's insensitive to people who lost everything, but this thing affects people in every way. Everything's relative to other people.
Yes, it definitely is.
How about the fake gas shortage?
Dude, let's talk about the fake gas. Wimberley.
Y'all had a fake gas shortage here?
Out of gas, out of fuel for a weekend. People waiting in line. Luckily, the waiting in line, I think, was only like 2 hours. But
gas is up like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Since that happened.
And it seems like apparently the East Coast and stuff, it's up even more because of our gas shortage.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my father and stuff like that and some friends.
But it wasn't actually a shortage. It was they couldn't get the gas through the pipelines, and they couldn't get the trucks out, and they had to get trucks to where they needed to go. And what was it? 40% of the refineries were out at one point in like between Houston and Corpus and all the surrounding areas down there.
The worst one I saw was the guy, and why a police officer wasn't on top of this, the dude that had two 55-gallon trash cans, and he just filled them up. When gas is exposed to like the air, to elements, doesn't it lose all its potency? Well, yeah, and you get moisture into that fuel and stuff, and so it's not going to be good. Like, he just wasted a ton of money and a ton of what could have gone to other people.
I don't know why the soccer moms were filling up, topping off. They weren't going to have any games. Everything was canceled.
Yeah.
So my personal Harvey, I lost income. And here's the sad thing. Earlier this year, you know, all the movie theaters around town, they're playing like a lot of the old movies.
Yeah.
On the theaters, stuff that you didn't get to see because you weren't alive then.
Yeah.
And they're starting to play them again. And there's this one Alfred Hitchcock movie, North by Northwest.
Yes.
Cary Grant, you know. It was playing at the Arbor 8 up by the Arboretum, you know, one of the artsy movie theaters earlier this year.
Yep.
So I went to go see it, and then the movie crashed.
Dude.
Like, it had the part where the guy's talking about the movie before the actual movie's about to start, and then it did and then the lights came on, and the guy's, hey, sorry.
Sorry.
It's over. Here's a coupon.
Man.
So I couldn't see it. So let's fast forward to the Saturday when the storm hit Austin. All that rain and stuff started going crazy. The night of the fight.
Oh, yeah. Saturday night. Yep.
The guy who thought he could box.
Yeah.
Never gone that long before.
Yep.
Yeah, so you knew what was going to happen. Even if whatever you thought of the guy he was fighting personally, you knew that he was never going to win.
No, there was no
The
way.
dude was fighting a guy that was like how much older than him and had less reach and height and still just, yeah. He played him. That's called wisdom right there.
Yeah.
The old guy, you know I got to root for the old guy.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you say about him personally, the old guy, you know, showed what you do to a young guy. Boom.
Well,
all right. So now here we are. So North by Northwest was again going to be playing at the Paramount this time downtown.
Nice.
So even cooler place to see a movie like that. Canceled. They shut it down that night.
You were bound to not watch North by Northwest in a theater.
No, Fortune has taken that from me.
Yeah.
I can't fight Fortune. Fortune does what it wants.
Yep.
And it doesn't want me to see that.
And you are not going to see
No.
a classic movie like that in the
No.
theater.
So at this point, I don't even get upset. I just go, okay, Fine. You want to take the movie from me? I'll just get the Blu-ray.
Yep.
Watch it at home.
Watch it at home.
Till the power goes out. Where are we? Yeah, okay, so back to traffic.
Traffic.
Because I haven't seen you so long. This is like our news. This is like our, hey, what's going on with you?
Yeah, how you been?
So that was my personal Harvey. That's what happened to me.
I just don't understand. I'm still baffled by the gas shortage.
I went to
frustrates me.
seven gas stations one night before I found one.
For as good as Texans are, they are also completely horrible and do not care about their fellow man.
People are people.
Yes.
Would you expect anything less?
No.
Dude, every day when I wake up, I just tell myself, that's my mantra, whatever. How do you say the word?
Mantra.
Whatever. I go, look, there's going to be shitty people that I'm going to see today. I'm going to get cut off in traffic. Someone's going to try to get in front of me in line somewhere. Someone's going to say something rude. Something's not going to work out. Worst case scenario, this is what's going to happen today. I'm going to meet assholes all day. I'm going to encounter them. I'm going to meet people that are ignorant of what's right and wrong.
True.
And then that way you start off the day by going, okay.
By understanding what's going to happen.
Yeah. And anyone who wakes up and doesn't think that should start doing that, because that will set the tone for your day so you don't just already get pissed off. It's just going to be traffic. There's going to be needless traffic.
Man, I need to start doing that.
Yeah,
I'll wake up and I'll be like, today's going to be a good day.
Yeah, an artist will come in here with no songs, no lyrics, half-baked ideas, and expect you to do everything for him.
Yep.
Yeah, you get the one guy in the studio that shouldn't be recording, but since he's in the band and the whole band gets to record, so now you got to deal with that guy. That's going to happen too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's going to have one-on-one time. See me after class.
See me after class.
Thanks, Harvey.
Hashtag thanks, Harvey.
Oh, here's another thing. So, do you know people in the U.S. Virgin Islands? They're citizens.
They are
citizens of what, you might ask? They're United States citizens.
Yes.
And guess what also are not United States citizens? People from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
They're also U.S. citizens.
Yep.
So you got people saying, we should be helping people in Florida. Why are we helping people in Puerto Rico? We should take care of our people first.
Those are our people.
Yeah. They're citizens.
Yep.
Should people know this?
Well, I thought that was taught when we were in grade school. But apparently, well, one thing I learned about when I moved to Texas in high school, not much U.S. history or world history, but there was 3 years of Texas history.
Those islands got devastated.
Oh, it's insane.
All right, we know Texas got crushed pretty hard.
A lot of people hurting it. Hey, earthquakes too.
I got upset on the way down here. I was texting you.
You were mad.
So get this car in front of me.
Uh-oh.
It was a Buick something. Never even heard of it before. It was going 50 miles per hour, dude, on the way down here. Guess what the speed limit was?
What?
50. I was so mad. I was trying to, go through my mantra again. This is what's going to happen. Expect that this is what's going to happen today. 50 and a 50. And then when we got into Wimberley city limits, it drops to 45. Guess what that Buick did?
What's that?
45.
45.
Right on it.
At least they weren't under.
Well, they did turn, but guess what? No turn signal on that model.
Of course. They didn't come with that.
Why can't, when you turn the wheel past a certain degree, the turn signal should come on automatically?
Automatically come on.
Yeah. Once you turn the wheel over 50% of where you're going, turn signal should come on.
Of course, by then you're already turning.
But at least you know.
True.
I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You have to start with the children. The adults are far too gone.
Yes.
People like me and you or anyone that's probably like a junior or senior in high school it's over. You can't help them anymore.
No.
You have to get to the children first to save them.
So do we start teaching them younger how to drive?
Well, I think you start teaching them who's a U.S. citizen and who isn't.
That would be nice. Who can vote and who can't.
Should there be a test to vote?
Ooh.
There should be things that the politicians... I'm brainstorming now.
Yeah.
In the voting booth, there should be things that the politicians are for listed without any of the names by them.
Yes.
And you vote based on the policy that you see. And then when that adds up, that's who your vote is for.
That's an interesting way to do it.
And it shouldn't even be in a voting booth. It should be on an app. If banks can have online banking through an app and it's secure, why can't there be a voting app? If you have a driver's license, you already should be able to vote.
Yes.
So if you're already registered, you shouldn't have to register to vote again. It should be a one-stop shop, right?
Yeah.
On an app. There shouldn't be like people trying to... It shouldn't even be like states voting. It should just be populations voting. All the stuff we're having right now with the Texas Supreme Court, I don't know what's going on with the redistricting. I'm not a where's Brent? We need Brendan Anthony in here to explain
really.
how this government stuff goes. But we should eliminate all of that bickering and redrawing lines. You vote based off of what they say, and they're held accountable to that. No?
I agree.
I would agree too.
The whole thing is the whole thing with, and I agree completely with if our banking can be on an app, why can't we vote? Then you get everybody to vote.
On an app, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait in line at some school.
And it's automatically tallied. We don't have to tally the vote.
No fraud.
Dink.
Yeah.
Done. One and done.
It goes in. It
Yeah.
gets backed up. It's got your bio whatever.
And then you can,
signature on there.
And you know the argument is not everybody has a smartphone. Okay, still have the polling booths.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Exactly.
You know? But if 75% of the country can vote on their phone, you'll get more people voting.
That's more people than would go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's way more people.
Yep. You'll actually get to see what the consensus is across the nation.
But you don't even know who you're voting. You're voting on policy.
Well, and then here's this other thing too, is it would be easy on the app then to have that. Like, oh, okay, so who is this guy? Click, and then you click on it, and then you can see what he believes in, or, you know, what he's for, what he's against.
If you're not... Yeah, you have to know why you're voting for this person. You can't just vote because it's a party line.
Well, and that's it. That's to me is the most wasteful of voting. And I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. Like the idea that, well, I'm a Republican, I'm just voting Republican.
Politics isn't a team sport. It's not sports. You don't vote. We're having a really bad season this year, but maybe in 4 more years we'll get the team right, we'll draft right, and we'll get the right guys to play, and then hopefully we'll get a win. That's not what politics is. It's not a sports team. You don't live and die by your team.
I know people that were voted this year that told me, they're like, man, I voted all Republican, but because that's my thing, but I didn't like anybody.
Again, politics, it's not sports.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Speaking of banking on your iPhone and stuff and such things like that, how about the fact that credit is now done for? That whole Equifax thing has completely destroyed the credibility of credit. There are 27 class action multi-billion-dollar lawsuits.
They're trying to get out of the lawsuits.
The credit. It's done. They screwed up. No matter what, even if you're technically not on the list, you can't actually say you're confident with your credit now because there's so many people that got affected. Like,
do we need credit ratings?
No. It was just an excuse to upcharge people.
Yeah, look. Yeah, the people who have more money spend less on things.
Yeah.
A less interest rate than the people who have no money get a higher interest rate. Does that make sense to you?
No, not at all. But it does when you can. Well, they're not going to be able to make their payments. So
is that a reasonable thing to think that I guess it's the same with, with musicians. There was a time where I would get in to venues all the time, not ever have to pay a cover, not have to wait in line, get free drinks all the time.
Yep.
You get endorsements. You're in a big band, so now you get free stuff.
Yeah.
The big guys on tour get all the free gear they want.
When
they hardly ever play versus the guy who plays Thursday, Friday, Saturday all the time.
Yep.
Every weekend, all year round, versus the guy who does a 3-month world big huge tour that you don't even see the stuff because it's hidden. It's not even on the deck. That guy gets all the free endorsement stuff.
And then and that guy, when his amp breaks down, they fly him out a new one immediately or drive it over. But the dude that is playing 5 nights a week, his amp breaks down. They're like,
and everyone's seeing
it's
that.
It's going to be $300. It's going to be $300. Sorry.
All right. I was the only guy that I knew that had an Ampeg rig when I came back to play with PG. From the Ampeg, I was friends with the guy. He ended up becoming the head of the deal there. And so I had all this USA Ampeg stuff.
Yeah.
Gratis. Man. And I displayed on stage every night. All those for a long time. All those tours we did, all those Texas shows we did. Guess what I started seeing after about 2 or 3 years in the Texas scene?
What's that?
I'm saying Ampegs.
Ampegs. Exactly.
Ampeg rigs. You know why? Because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, there's Ampeg. You go overseas, they got an Ampeg rig for you. You got a fly date, backline gig, Ampeg. It was easy. It's always there, right? So why not be endorsed by that? Well, I want something boutique. But see, back then, a lot of people had the boutique stuff. They had the Eden rigs or the SWR or, whatever else. The Aguilar.
Yeah.
I think the Aguilar, right?
Aguilar, yep.
What was the other one, the other British one?
What is the other
It had a blue tint to it.
That wasn't Aguilar?
No, I don't think it was Aguilar. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know.
I just remember my dealings with Ampeg when they wanted to sponsor me at one point, and then I went through 4 reps in 6 months because everybody kept quitting because they got sold.
Yeah, they went to Vietnam, and they were in St. Louis, and then Vietnam, and then China. I don't know where they are now.
Yeah. Who knows? They have enough trouble. They come back over to America, and then they have to rebuild the amps. Poor guys.
I don't even know what my point was for this.
We were going back to the poor musicians having to spend all this money,
which went back to
credit.
It's the credit thing. I'm trying to apply it in our little situation, and that was the deal right there. So so you're getting all that versus the guy who's the big dude who's always at the magazines and stuff. Do people look at magazines anymore?
I don't think so.
The people who are reading the Twitter accounts and the Instagram of Will Lee and whoever else, John Alderetti. It's Juan now, by the way, if you don't know who he is.
It is.
Juan Alderetti?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play for Racer X.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude was pretty good, dude. He's like the bass pedal guru now. It seems like a waste of time to be a bass pedal guy. I don't know. There's another guy that does that too. The guy who used to play with Beck.
Oh, really? The dude with the big fro?
Yeah, that guy. He's also really good, but also a lot of effects.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like effects.
They're useful at sometimes. No?
Yes.
All right. Well,
I definitely wouldn't play them all the time.
No, I don't want to get into that. What my saying is that
bass talk. Okay, done.
It doesn't sound right when the people who have less have to pay more versus the people who have a lot when it comes to credit and when it comes to endorsements and stuff. We haven't even done a podcast on endorsements, have we?
No, we need to, Michael. But that's the American way.
What is this podcast about?
I think this podcast is the state of the Texas Union.
What's this? What is this river I'm looking at down here?
That is
in Wimberley.
The Blanco. That is the Blanco River.
It looks like the Negro from where I'm sitting, or the Verde.
It did not. All that rain we got, and it barely rose.
There's nothing Blanco about it.
No.
Oh, so is there? Do they have pumps in the ground that pumps the lake water, that river water back onto the grass, or is that coming from somewhere else?
I think some people do that.
For people I don't know, I was driving up here, and there's 15 to 20 sprinklers watering the grass close to right on the edge here.
Right on
They're
the
watering the grass. Like, I'm hoping that's a pump in the ground pumping the lake, because that seems like, I mean,
and I've seen.
Do you need to sue Wimberley for the floods? Because if it's coming from the city, if that's water from the city for this park or whatever this is called, I'm driving up here. Tell me that's not city water.
Well, and I
being
know,
pumped onto the grass that's going to roll back into the river and cause flooding. No.
I do know that some of so a lot of this stuff has been resodded and stuff, and replanting after all the crap that happened 2 years ago.
100 years, you got 98 years till it happens again, right?
Till it happens again. So they tell us. But they have trucks that pump some water out of the river to then spray the land so it'll go back into the river. So
you never seen the sprinkler system driving back out here?
No, I never paid attention to it.
Yeah.
But
I would find out as a concerned resident, sorry.
A concerned resident of Wimberley.
Are you an official resident of Wimberley?
Yes. Yeah.
It says Wimberley on your driver's license?
Yep.
Oh, man, that's awful.
I'm Wimbo. I'm Wimbo.
All right. Well, that's all like the news that's been happening that I can think of.
The news that's fit to print. Yeah, I think we nailed the big stuff.
All right. Well, cool.
Still mad at Equifax.
Well, I'm done now. We're good with this one.
This is a good little thing.
All right.
Follow us on all the social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff.
And if you're wondering why we didn't really talk about music that much, because I'm over it.
You're over the music.
I'm tired of talking about Texas country. I'm tired. It's not going to change. We're trying to change it. We're bringing things to light, so to speak. But is it changing?
That's a good question. Is it changing? I don't know. I hope. I'd like to think so.
Is our children learning?
I don't know.
I can't do his accent for that.
I believe the children of future.
Okay, so that's why on this one.
All right.
And we've been gone for a while. We just need to throw something out there. And, we got some guests coming, and we got some more topics on our way. And that's it.
We're not gone forever, people.
Sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
It's demoralizing talking about Texas. And I don't want people to think this is a Texas country scene podcast, because it's really not. It's more of my therapy, and I have a lot of that stuff to get out. That's why it's called Bad Truth Podcast. It's not called Texas Country Music Podcast.
Yes.
That's the reason why.
Yes.
All right.
All right. See you guys next time.